One of the first things that you're going to be asked to do in this class is to write an annotated bibliography. And I know some of you are, what is an annotated bibliography, and is it just a review of stuff? Because I can do a book review, that's great. It's not, and it's a little bit more involved and very specific in that sense. What it is it's a description, but it's also an evaluation and comments about the sources that you've looked up. So they can be, and annotated means that you are specifically talking about the citation, and we'll use APL, so you can look that up and see how that is. But what it really is usually it's about 100 to 300 words, and it's different than an abstract, because an abstract's breaking everything down, and you're sort of looking at the whole article. And it's annotated because you're talking about what information it has. So you're doing sort of a brief summary of the information it has in the article. And then you're also sort of saying what its weaknesses and strengths are. That could be its sample population, that could be its findings, that could be the way it measured something, so a specific validated survey that was applied to a new patient population, those kinds of things, innovation in a location. Then you're also talking about its conclusions, right? What did it find? What did it conclude? One of the things to keep in mind is, why is this relevant to the field of your study or to your research question that you sort of already narrowed down a little bit, at least, from your searching? And also, does the methodology, is it applicable, or did they have 10 people? So you're going, well, we can't really have a lot of using that for making better improvements in healthcare. We need a bigger sample population. Or they did this in another country that doesn't have the same healthcare system as us. So, you know, in Great Britain, yeah, everybody gets healthcare, so it's different than here. So those kinds of questions are the kinds of questions you'd look at when you're analyzing it. Also, one of the things you want to do is put your personal conclusion about the source and the information in the findings. So it's a very much a review, but a sort of critical review of what's happening. And why we do an annotated bibliography is because it can actually help us narrow down questions, and also help us to see sort of where the stuff has gone in the field, right? What research has been done in the field, how it could be applied, and the first thing you're going to do is look at a couple articles just to sort of see. Now again, those articles shouldn't be older than 10 years old. You want to look at journals that are peer-reviewed. One of the best ways to do that is, I know that you, when you came into the program, that the librarian told you how to do searches, but if you hit sort of a wall, you can ask them about how to do this. But one of the things that I really like to do is think of those keywords within your topic area that you want to look at, your sort of research question. What are they? Put those in the search engine. If that doesn't bring up very much, then put in some different words, see if that helps. Also, another thing besides the library, something you can do at home, is also look through Google Scholar. Now you put in Google, and then you put in Scholar, and then it will bring up Google Scholar specifically. And in that you can pick up from the line how old, recent, those kinds of things, and then you can often look at the article. One of the things to think about when you're making annotated bibliography, and sort of the thing that most people do that you really shouldn't do, is people just pull up the abstract, right? And they go, oh, well, based on this abstract, it's great. Well, kind of think of abstracts sort of like the way that people do dating profiles, right? That dating profile is sort of like the best from the entire article, but you sometimes, when you meet the person, it's not really like that profile. The same with articles. So sometimes when you get the actual article, the abstract seems like it's not really covering what they really did. So you really do want to get access to these articles and read them so that you can be that critical analysis that we need in that annotated bibliography. So don't just look at abstracts, get the full article, sort of be critical of things like what methods they used, who they looked at, how long they did the intervention, where they did these things. And that's what you talk about in your annotated bibliography, which again we'll talk about. It feeds into the next part, which could be your lit review.